Hello and welcome. My name's Sam and this is the Little Greenhouse Creates. Thank you for joining me today. And we are on our first Scrapbook Workshop Kit, page 1 and 2. So it's a double spread. I have cut the papers according to the instructions. However, I'm actually going to lay it out differently. So the instructions can be found on pages 5 and 6. And it's for a Mother's Day layout. For the photographs I've got today, do not, what's the word I'm looking for, aren't Mother's Day ones. So I've got an adventure off in Stratford-upon-Avon, Shakespeare country, when my grandchildren came over to stay. And I have cut my photographs out to match my backing cards as instructed. So I'm going to grab my stamp and seal and I will just move the excess paper I've got. I'm just going to mount these very quickly onto these base cards. So this occasion was the 8th of March 2024, so just over a year ago. We just went to Stratford we take the dogs with us for a walk. But on this occasion, we did a bit more. We went on a big wheel, so we could see all the heights of Stratford. I stayed firmly down on terra firma with the dogs. So that was my excuse anyway. And it was my 2 sons, my husband, and my grandchildren. So let's put those down. So as I said, I'm just going to put those on the base cards that are instructed. So this is a 6-page spread. Oops. So I'm stuck with the 6 pages that originally were suggested and the size. So you've got 2 6x4s, you've got 2 4x4s and 2 3x4s. And while we were there, we came across some wonderful, I suppose it's Indian music, beautiful dress outfits they've got there. And they were playing these windpipes and making the most amazing sounds. So we stopped and had a little watch of those while we were there. So it just felt like one of those things that you should remember. And then right at the end, we all stopped for hot chocolate. Okay, so I've done that. So before I go any further, I'm going to put my glue dots. Now these are removable glue dots, and I'm going to put one in each corner, top left, bottom right corner. And these will help keep my pages still while I create them. Whoops, come on, there we are. So it's brilliant having these workshops. You don't have to stick with the layout, but the layouts are there to help you. So mine are all going to be in portrait rather than landscape. So I'm going to put top, left, bottom, right over here, and exactly the same over here. So top, left, bottom, right. And I've got these beautiful papers. Let's bring those in. So I've got 2 of these, and I've got 2 strips that way. And where's my other strip gone? That's interesting. I've got a strip there. Oh, there it is. Look, it's added onto it. You can see it. So I'm roughly going to just position these, and then I will work out the positioning for either side. Yes, I'll go over that way, and that one, and then that one, and then that one. So on this one it's large, small, large, small, and on this one it's small, large, small, large. Right, so I'm going to stick those down again with my stamp and seal. So I'm going to, this is an inch wide, and it is 12 inches long. So I'm going to put that one right up to the edge, all the way up to the edge. Okay. Oh, sorry, no, it's actually half an inch. This is 1 inch, this is 4 inches, 5 inches, let's have a look. This is 5 inches, so I'm going to put that at the 1 inch mark and the 6 inch mark, top and bottom. So it gives me the other ½ inch strip there. So again, I'm only going to put a little bit of the stamp and seal on in case I want to pop things behind or in front of the papers and the pictures. So there we go, straight down, 1, 2, there we go. Then I'm going to take my ½ inch strip again. Now this particular paper is, you can only get in the kit like this, and I'm going to measure that one up to 7 inches and all the way down to 7 inches, and again it literally is only ½ an inch. Let's see if I can pick it up. So there's the 7 inch, a little bit, there we go, all the way down to the bottom. Make sure that is straight, yeah. And then I'm going to put, does that look like it's going to bend? There we are. Let's see if I can get that straight. It's a bendy bit here. Another reason why you don't put too much glue on. There we go. So that's 7 to a 7.5 inch. Goes all the way up to the 7 and the 7.5 inch. I'll just run my finger straight through there. Then we're going to put the second piece now on the 8 to 10 inches. Okay. So this will just give us a detail. Now there's lots of pieces left over once you've, there's added extras, should I say, rather than pieces left over for the layout. So you can add, once you've cut off pieces, you've got a lot of pieces cut off here and colours and more papers, which you can use in future scrapbooking kits, or if you so desire, you could use it at card kits, use it for your cards. Right, let's do this other side. Papers are so pretty, so pretty. Okay, so that's 7.5, all the way down to 7.5. Try and do that. Sorry, it's because I'm looking at it backwards. It's not actually 7.5. It's the 6 inch mark to the 12 inch mark. So that's 6.5 inches. Let's try that again. Straight is obviously not going to be one of my fortes today. It's so annoying, but at least if I've not put too much glue on, it's easy to remove. So then I'm going to put my little strip at the, that's the 6, so the 5.5 inch strip. Let's do it, whoops. Oh, come on, a bit up there, a bit down there. So this will go at the 5 inch strip. There we go. Bring that all the way down to the 5 inch strip. Okay. It really doesn't want to lace drop. Lay properly. There we go. Okay, so then the next thing to do is to put that at the 5 or the 3 to 5 inch. There we go. Now obviously if you want to do it in your landscape, you just lay it out exactly the same. 3 inches to the 5. And then I'm going to do exactly the same on this little 1/2 inch. So that will be at the 2.5 inch mark there. All the way down to here. Perfect. So that literally is the layout of the paper. So as you can see, quite a quick card or layout to bring together. And now I've got my photographs. I'm going to pop those there. Try to see now, I'll do a bit more in a minute. Let's do that. And I'm going to put that one up there. That one down. No, 2 seconds. That one up there. That one down there. And that one up there. Or do I want to change? Maybe a bit that way. Okay. So that is my layout. Yep, I'm really liking that. So I've got lots of space here. Space for a title, space for some journaling. Let's see what else I've got. So it is a Mother's Day layout, this particular one. So obviously I'm not going to use this, but I have got a Mother's Day layout coming up. So I will save that for then. It says celebrate you. It's got love you more. I may not use those ones. And I've got this for the journaling. Got some beautiful flowers. Let's pick these up. Can go onto there. And got little flowers that we can add. Yeah. And then I've got this, another flower here. Now I'm going to project 1. What does that one say? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep that one there, get rid of that one, because I only really need the 2 big ones. Journaling there. There we go. And I've got a few more of these to dot around. Now I do have on here some other ones. So I've got beautiful, so I've got caring, kind, loving, fun, sweet, strong, beautiful, lovely, capable, smart, supportive and creative. So I could always add those to the section. There we go. Have some of those, and that one's going to go there. That one will come down there. Got this. Seems to get slightly lost in that, so let's see. Might need a bit of background onto it. So let's have a look. Yeah, we're not really celebrating anybody, are we? We're just having fun. So let's put those there. So bear with me. I have got some... so you can get this kit. It says lovely, have a lovely day, blooming. You make me smile. Day, hello, let joy. It's a blooming day. So that's a stamp set that you can get alongside here. But there's nothing really in this that I am too keen on. So this could work. Things to do, places to see. And I certainly love this place. Stratford is one of my favourite places to visit. So let's have a look. So we've got Adventure Starts here. Not really, but we could definitely have things to do, places to see. Let's peel that off. So that could go there. Things to do, places to see. And we could have, love this place. So I'm going to stamp those out on some white paper, and I may even do some backing on them. So bear with me and I will be straight back. Okay, so we're back. So I have taken a piece of 3.5 by 3 inch quarter piece of paper, and I've stamped 2, and it things to do, places to stay, to see, and then underneath I've just literally written 3rd of March 2024, day trip to Stratford upon Avon, and then I've stamped and penneted the edge of this one, which just says love this place. And now I can add a few extra of these flowers that came with the kit. So I can do, maybe do one up there, or I could put one of those to go there, maybe that one to go down there. And then I've got one that maybe goes there, and one that maybe goes there. Right, let's stick these down so we can actually see what we're doing. I've got a few pieces left over, so that's good. Right, so again, I'm just going to use my stamp and seal, she says. Where have she put it? There it is. And I'm just going to run a line, just in case somewhere along the line I've decided I want to add more flowers or a bit more detail. So I'm just going to go for, I suppose, the 2 there. And down, let's go down to about 11. So the 11 inches here. And I'm aiming for the 2 inch along here. Okay. And then I'm going to do the 1 inch here. And I'm going to try and have an even space this way. So let's do this. 1, 2. I'm going to go for the 1 inch, and then I'm just going to wriggle it or eyeball it as such to go there. No, perfect. Let's move these out the way. I'm going to pull that back slightly. Just put a little dab there, and then it will stay down. Look, perfect. Again, I'm just going to go 1, 2. You can on this bit, if you want to use your multi-purpose. I am just, do I want it down at the 11? Let's do it down the 11 inch mark as well. So there we go. This one is over here is going to mirror it. So let's do it again. I'm aiming for the end, and then I'm aiming for about there. Perfect. So they're having so much fun, these two, aren't they? Right, let's bring this one down again. So I'm aiming at the 11. Perfect. And then again, the same with this one. For the 1, eyeballing it. There. Lovely. Right, so this one can be peeled off, and it can go just here. Loving that. Let's now, I'm going to lay that flat. Could actually put it up on dimensionals, but I think I'm going to lay it flat. It should go there. Looks I do it that way. So I'm going to put this one on dimensionals. Put my dimensionals in. I'm a real person to consider using lots of the tiny bits of the dimensionals just to help. They don't all have to be. Just trying to find my scissors in. There we go. So you just add. The only thing I don't want to do is I don't want to put them on my photograph. So put my finger there. So I can go along there. And yeah, let's find that bit there. So we could put a bit there and then another piece down here. Take those off. Oops, that bit as well. And that will go just about, let's see if we can put it there. Then I'm going to add this down here. I'm going to glue that one. Well, actually, I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal. I've used it all the way through, so I might as well. Oh, the animals are having a word. There we go. Perfect. Can't see why. Had to look out the window and I can't see the postman. Nope, no postman as yet. And then I'm going to do the same with this one. I'm going to glue this one down. I'm going to run my Stampin' Seal across there. And I have to say, it is one of our favourite places to visit, Stratford-upon-Avon. It's about, I don't know, 45-minute journey from where we live. So, always good. Let's have a look. So I'm going to put this one. It can sit on there. I'm going to put it up here. I just want to cover the corner. That's better. There. And then I will probably do the same. This one down here. There we are. And then, will I use that one? Or will I use more of the other ones that have gone? I think I might use these ones. That one can go onto there. I'm not going to put one down there because obviously you've got the V there. And I don't want to cover it up. Okay, so for me, this is how we're going. I'm loving the flowers. The flowers are so cheerful. I think even though there are males in this photograph, I still think it makes it pop. I'm loving the petunia pop matching with my granddaughter's coat. I'm loving the flowers. And you could put a lot more on if you wanted to, because there is so much more extra that comes with the kit. So thank you ever so much for joining me today. I will be back on Wednesday, so do join me then for our second kit. Hope you like this one, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye.